Yeah, that works as
long as it's away from the antiques. So when people inevitably attack, they don't wreck my antiques. That's fine.
There we go. So yeah, office, back alley, that it is. And is it like... And it's probably unmarked. There's probably not a sign that tells people that's where the office is, right?
That's right, yeah. In Salamander, inside of my antique store, no smoking.
Oh.
As long as I can be drinking, I don't mind.
All right. So I
am not guaranteeing the safety of your goods.
So I need you guys to give me 3 statements about your crew, which will basically be your power tags. Now you all have power tags, but your crew also has 3 tags. And everybody can use them, but but if you use them once, they're spent up for the rest of the session.
For you or for everyone?
For everyone. So everybody can use them, but once they are used, they're gone until the next session.
How about strange combination of powers?
That doesn't really state anything about your crew.
Motley.
Motley, yeah. We're kind of...
Motley crew. Yeah.
I think ragtag also works.
That more sounds like a weakness tag to me.
Ragtag bunch? No. To me, it sounds like we have all very different ways of dealing with shit.
Okay.
Like you got the strong.
How about Motley Menace?
Yeah, we do loom kind of.
I'm writing down Motley. Motley. What's it gonna be? Motley. Dastardly.
Oh, I know another one. Street level, because we all are pretty like. You've got the antiques dealer, but he lives in a bad part of town. You've got the sewage worker, and you've got me, an old boxer who now lives in slums.
I've got a perfect tag for this. Word on the street.
Yeah.
Yes.
Word on the street is a very useful tag.
How I would like to suggest, gentlemen, that we have something like strong bonds of friendship, and we just say right from the get-go that we have found each other, and we might have disagreements, but we're like brothers and we stick together.
I think because we're all just so weird.
Yes.
I think that's better than Motley Crew personally, because the third tag might be better suited for something like equipment, or the fact that you have an office full of files or something.
I think that indeed, like something like
Brothers in strangeness, brothers in the weird.
Yeah, that's good.
Ragtag bunch of brothers also works. Stuff like something like that. Like we're all low down, but
Yeah, I just noticed looking at Lestrange's stats, he doesn't have anything that says that he has like a stash of handy-dandy antiques or gear or something. So that could also be one of your tags, like just gear or equipment.
How about like
good.
I think I have something back at the store.
Yeah. There you go.
That sounds cool. So we have a ragtag bunch of brothers.
So what are you again, brothers in the weird, or what did you call it?
Yeah, brothers in the weird.
Okay.
And so brothers in the weird, and we have
word on the street.
Word on the street, so we can easily get the word out and hear stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we also have like an antique store full of like handy dandy weird crap sometimes. I like this.
I'll just put in stash of antiques / crap. Or what should I call it?
How dare you?
I agree.
No,
haven't you?
I'll just call it stash of dubious antiques. Enough said.
Yeah, true.
Oh, be right back. I'm going to get some water for my voice.
Yes, I will also get...
So, what is the problem that your crew faces?
What? So, repeat?
What is the problem your crew faces? Wait, did Dower just step out?
Yeah, but I think I know already. Money.
Okay.
Yes.
None of us make a lot of cash.
Okay.
Like, I can probably find a job doing heavy lifting, but that doesn't make much money in this economy. Sewage working or, public work never brings in a lot of cash.
I I don't know though, because we've established that it's basically me or the Nazis. There can't be that many people choosing the Nazis instead of me. I think my business must be doing well.
No, they're the rivals in the antiques business, not in the investigation of the weird.
And also,
yeah, that's what I'm saying though.
But I think what you mean
on
is,
my business card, me or the Nazis. So
yeah, I think what you mean by that is like not every antique store in New York or wherever the city is run by Nazis. It's mostly like the actual antiques, if you know what I'm saying.
So
you're so naive.
I'm writing down because I think this is a good one. Of course, other people could disagree with me, but for the moment, I'm writing down strapped for cash, unless Sean has a better idea.
Because even as an antiques dealer, I think you don't make that much money. Like sometimes you'll get like a massive sale, but then you have to invest that in buying a lot of crap and hoping someone else finds something else that you have interesting.
Oh, how about if we had something like basically that there's a lot of people that we rub the wrong way because we kind of we're kind of on the street and stuff like, criminals and things. We're always messing with what they're up to. So we probably have a lot of low-level enemies, among the city.
That could also be a good tag, like somebody's always watching or something.
Yeah, it could be because Salamander gets his nose stuck in too many things. The stranger
he's too heroic.
And Mitosis tends to pick fights. Like when I think his character is just basically whenever someone looks at him funny, he gets angry, and when he gets angry, he gets
something like a lot of enemies, make a lot of enemies or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Rogue's Gallery could make a good weakness tag. I don't know.
I think it's more like a reputation for. Reputation for trouble could also
like troublemakers. You could have troublemakers.
That's it.
That's great. That you always attract trouble. That's more general, and I can use this. Yeah. Troublemakers. It is. Okay. So I'm gonna
because we're tough guys, but we all have a heart of gold. So we.
Wrote down this car that flew up into the air and went into the wrong direction. Hold on. It was I thought for a second it was gonna disappear off screen.
Right, I'm gonna grab some water as well, and then we can get started.
So underneath the core moves, you'll notice I put down a note card, and that basically is everything you need to. That is basically all the stats and what have you of your crew.
Okay, Ramses, we're all taking 1 minute to get a drink.
All right. We'll be back after these messages. And we're back. Everybody's taking their breaks and gathered some reserves of water, I believe. So I think it's time for us to get started. How about that?
Already?
And I was going to ask you...
Flying cookies.
You already told me where you hang out, so I don't have to ask you that question. I was going to ask you about your first case, but you already more or less told me about it when you first met. Or are there any... Yeah, have you guys been up to a lot of weird investigations ever since, or has it been kind of quiet?
I think we've dealt
with... Let's just say quiet, huh?
I think we've dealt with some minor weirdness, like,
minor
ghosts, unruly corpses, like the minor things, not like citywide
unruly
conspiracies.
Yes, like that sniper chick.
The sniper dame. We are normal people. We do not call people chicks. We call them dames.
Okay. Good point.
Broad. Sniper Broad.
That works too.
Yes. All right. Then we can get started. So, we're gonna start off the first case. I would like, it seems you've found yourself a new client who comes to visit you at the office. Who wants to be present?
I'll take it.
I'm at work, so...
Mitosis is sitting behind the table they usually all sit in, boots on the table, drinking from a cheap bottle of whiskey. Swigging it.
The table is seriously strained, I imagine.
Yes, it's a cheap metal table. I assume it's not liking this one bit.
All right. So Mitosis is present.
Wait a second.
The shop owner should be present. I mean,
at the front, probably at the front of the store, not in the back office.
Okay, so at the start, we only have Mitosis in the office, who is drinking booze, correct?
Yes.
All right. There suddenly is a knock at the door.
Who is it?
You hear like a female voice from the other side going like, is this? She like hesitates for a moment. I thought you people investigated things.
Yeah, like with a loud creaking, he gets out of the chair, walks over to the door, and like pulls it open.
I'm interested in hiring.
I imagine he's taller than the door, so he has to duck slightly to look at who's outside. Yeah, that's us. Come on in.
Okay, she like looks very startled to see you. She's a rather attractive woman in her early 30s with shoulder-length raven hair and piercing blue eyes, and she seems a little bit shocked to see you.
Don't worry about the mug. That ain't changing anytime soon. Come on in. I'll get the boss.
She like looks very worried. Are these the strangers? I think I'm maybe in the wrong place.
He pulls out the card. Like, I imagine he has a copy of the card. Yeah, we are. Well, at least. I'm the muscle. I'll get the boss.
And she like also holds out this exact same card, and she's like, "Oh, all right. I'll wait here." And she just keeps standing there in front of the door.
Like he lumbers over to like the other door that leads to the shop and goes like, "It's Deckard, right? Is
Declan?
Declan! Got
What?
a customer.
Is it a guy or a dame?
Well, come over here and look for yourself, you lazy git."
Sorry, I didn't know you couldn't tell the difference anymore.
Go get shafted.
I think we've established that the city is in the UK.
No, Hagen Brennan is an Irish name. I just clicked random name generator, random
I assumed it was
nationality.
like New York.
No, just the way you're talking, like using a word like "git," that's like very British. So yeah.
I think Hagen used to have a British stage persona,
Who knows?
So it probably stuck.
The British gentleman with a mustache.
Irish brawler, more like.
With a mustache.
Yes, used to have one. Not anymore though. It got mutated.
That's a horrible tentacle monster. Yeah, somewhere in the city, your mustache is still at large.
And menacing little schoolgirls.
Too bad that Race isn't here. He would have gotten that reference.
Okay. Right. So Declan heads back to and he has a peek inside to see if it's a guy or a dame.
It's most definitely a dame. A rather attractive one,
he
too.
stops for a moment and fixes up his tie and runs his fingers through his hair, checks his breath, and then he strolls into the room, casual like.
All right. She still looks a little bit hesitant to come into the room.
Like Mitosis just sits back down in that chair, eliciting another like groan from it.
Do you put your feet back up on the table, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to use my reality altering to make his chair be at another part of the table so he falls.
Okay. Are you gonna allow that to happen, Bavo?
I think so. I mean, this is like I feel that
I told you about putting your feet up before.
And I think it's part of the fun that Mitosis and Declan have, because Mitosis has this very standoffish personality now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically how they interact. Like, they dick each other over a lot.
And to the woman, it just looks like the table, for some reason, suddenly slides away.
Is that really nice?
I told you about putting your feet up before, pal.
Yeah, just Deal with the customers, will you? And he pulls up in his bottle again and drinks another swig.
So,
Okay, I go with the lady and.
Guys, first off,
I go with the lady. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Give me a quick description of what your office looks like.
If you've seen Sam Speed, you pretty much know what it looks like.
I haven't.
Ooh, it's the back office. So there's a chair, a little computer, a little old computer that looks like it's still running on Windows 3.5. There are shelves with all manner of dubious artifacts, all labeled like with tags like unsellable. I have no idea what this is, and junk.
Question mark.
And question mark.
And a skull. Let's not forget about a skull.
Yes.
There's a box that says "Don't open until Doomsday."
Yes, exactly. And there are fold-out chairs for the customers. So it is all around a real swanky business joint.
Wait a second.
This doesn't look very professional with the fold-out chairs.
No, I've got a picture. It's cool. I'm thinking like a real noir-looking office. If this would open.
Yeah, I think it's like it used to be a real noir office, but the operation is now bigger than just one chair. If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like it will fit one detective perfectly, but it's clear that the group is a bit too big for it.
There's mainly one guy who's too big for the room.
Yeah, that is true. I kind of
stop being sizist, you.
I think Mitosis is like he usually wears Oh,
that looks like a picture of a rather well-lit office. Does it look like something you would
imagine
find
that
in
without
back
the
alley?
sunlight. Well, imagine that without the sunlight.
Less sunlight. Okay, got it.
Well, it is noir and not sun.
Imagine the windows blacked out. That's what it looks like.
Okay, so but at least you have your basic amenities like furniture and probably that old rickety computer somewhere, because you guys don't keep up with the times, apparently.
Not really. And we have one chair that's been clearly reinforced.
Yes. Military-grade chair.
With extra metal.
It was probably an antique from the war or something.
A Russian.
It's an old electric chair.
Yes.
An old...
And I keep...
Okay.
I keep joking about plugging it back in.
that is the best. And usually Mitosis goes like, I don't think that'll work, mate. Also, that would be a high amenities bill that month.
Excellent.
That's the only reason I don't turn it on, pal.
So, I gather that Declan was about to approach the lady, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, he goes over and takes the lady's hand daintily and says, Declan, ma'am.
I'm sorry, you cut out.
I take the lady's hand daintily.
Mm-hmm.
Say, Declan Lestrange, pleased to meet you, ma'am.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Lestrange. My name...
Please, have a seat.
My name's Allison, Allison Craig. And now that you're there and no longer the big hulking brute, she does indeed take a seat. She, puts her purse on her lap and she looks around a little uneasy and she says, you investigate disappearances? Do you do that too?
Our specialty is strange, ma'am.
Well, I wouldn't say it's strange, but it definitely is worrisome. I do really hope you can help me with this.
I'm sure we can. Drink?
No, thank you. Not at this time. Unless you have water. Just.
He looks generally confused for a moment. Then it's like, yeah, of course. And
at that point, I think just Mitosis gets up again, lumbers to the little fridge that I assume we have there, and takes a bottle of, packed water.
A dusty bottle of water.
Antique water.
No. It's better actually. I go over the drinks cabinet. You know how you have the little squirter for when you add
yes, yeah,
soda.
Yeah.
And I actually just fill a glass with multiple squirts from.
That makes sense. Yeah.
She looks a little weirded out, but she gladly accepts the glass.
Okay, I sit down and I put my feet straight up on the desk. What can we do for you?
Only you are allowed to do that.
Yeah.
He gives like he basically gives a long-suffering sigh at that, like, all right, just lay it on us, ma'am. What's the problem?
So Allison starts talking. She said, well, it's my daughter Emily. She went missing about a week ago. The police they claim they're investigating the case, but they haven't really found any good leads yet, and I've been asking around, and apparently other teenagers from the same school my daughter goes to have also gone missing. The other parents seem to be content to let the police handle it, but Mr. Lestrange, I think we both know that the police of this city don't really have the best track record when it comes to these types of things.
Yeah, they try, but they're mostly good guys, but they haven't got a lot of resources.
Well, whatever the case may be, I'm really worried about my daughter's safety. She gets like a photograph out of her purse, and she like slides it to you. This is my daughter. This is my daughter Emily.
Okay, is there anything?
It shows you a smiling teenage girl who looks rather similar to Allison herself, except that she has brown hair and obviously looks like she's a teenager. She looks like she's around 15, 16 years old.
No,
okay.
Don't mind me for asking, but these others who disappeared? Same gender, same age?
Well, about the same age, but I heard like there's a couple of boys went missing too, so it's not just girls. I heard.
What school does she go to?
Oh, she goes to the Melville High School, and to you guys that immediately sounds familiar. It's like the typical middle class school that like a lot of teenagers go to.
It's a good school, right?
It's a decent school, but in some cases they're pretty underfunded. But yeah, it's not a bad school.
Mm.
Yeah, my friend Starbuck went there. He said it was a good school.
Yeah, all right, I see. So she disappeared when?
About a week ago. It's very unusual for her. She's usually very well behaved. She wouldn't just stay away. She wouldn't just run away or just stay with her friends or something. This is very unlike her. I mean, she studies well. She gets good grades. Most people like her. I don't understand how this could have happened. I think some very bad people did something to her. She like sighs deeply and she just looks down for a moment and readjusts herself. She just and her voice slightly breaks up. It's like I just want her home. I just want her home safely.
He nods. Now, can you tell me anything about the day she didn't turn up again? Like, where was she going? Was she just going to school?
She was at school.
School, okay.
But she never came back.
Anything peculiar about her behavior in the days leading up to it?
She liked things from... No, just nothing out of the ordinary, no.
No new friend?
I would like to try and get a read on the mother, because she's saying these things about her daughter, but there's a tendency, even with missing cases, that people say, oh, they were a good kid and they were actually into drugs and things like that. So I want to try and get a read on the mother and see if she's being completely honest about her child.
Give me an investigate roll.
Okay.
So, like I said before, you roll 2d6 and you add appropriate tags. So just look at your stats and which tags do you think would be appropriate for this situation. Don't roll yet.
Oh. No, I'm keeping that roll.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I already knew the tag because I have good judge of character.
Yes, that's one.
And actually I have authoritative as well. So I'm going to
How
say
would
to her,
authoritative help you in this case, though? Because you're trying to judge her.
Because after she said it, I'm going to say, look, I hate to have to ask this, but we have to be sure here, and it's important for the safety of your child. Are you sure you're telling us anything? She wasn't into any trouble with a bad boyfriend or drugs, anything like that. And I apologize for having to ask, but for the safety of your child, we need to know.
Okay.
And
then it's applicable. Yes. So that's 2d6 plus 2.
Yep. Okay. So where are my dice?
They're over here.
Well, it was 11 plus 2, so it was 13.
Did you? I didn't see you roll.
This is my bad, sorry.
So 11.
11. Wow, that is a very good result. So, you can actually ask me 2 questions. One of them is, of course, if she's telling the truth, isn't she hiding anything? Is there any other question?
Yes. Let me think. So I can ask you if she's telling the truth about her daughter.
Yes.
And
well, ask that one first, and then ask the second, maybe.
Yeah, good idea. Okay, fine. I'm willing to be flexible. And it does seem like she's being earnest. If there is anything going on, she at least doesn't know about it.
Okay, any ideas what I should ask for the second one?
I'm looking at the questions that you can ask. 1 second. Because it can be...
Oh, are you still here?
Yes, I just muted myself so you don't hear my sewing.
Yeah, if you have any ideas, just
I know. What kind of background? Does the child, the daughter, and the mother come from? Who is she? Is she like really rich, or is she dirt poor, or
Well, she goes to a middle class school.
Well, it takes all kinds. So, are we talking?
I will point out though, this will probably be your client, so she freely gives you information. For these things you rolled for, you might want to ask me some more delicate questions you wouldn't get for free by just asking her.
I just asked about
criminal record.
I just asked about the daughter and if she was truthful with that, and she was. Mm-hmm. I'm also gonna ask her about the father and judge whether she's telling the truth about that.
The father is a very delicate subject. You immediately notice that she doesn't like talking about it, and she's like, I haven't seen Tom since high school. Let's just leave it at that.
Is there any chance he could be involved in her going missing?
She sighs very deeply, and she was sad and confused just a moment ago, but now she's she looks more annoyed and slightly angry, and she's like, I really don't like talking about him. I haven't seen him in years. He got me pregnant, and then I never saw him again.